So with your eyes closed, start to tune inward. And we do this by just relaxing into our space. Allowing the breath to slow down and deepen. Just take this moment right now to just notice what you notice. Maybe you notice tension in your body or relaxation. You might notice your mind being busy or distracted. Maybe you notice your breathing is tight or restricted. Or maybe it's starting to slow down and relax. Just taking this time of reflecting maybe what's up in your life right now, maybe why you're here today, coming onto the call. Maybe there's something that you're needing help or support with. Maybe there's a goal or desire to love or connect with yourself more self-care, or kindness. Whatever that might be. And now allow yourself to pay attention to your breathing. And by the way, if your mind wanders or you get distracted, that's very normal. So many people will say, I can't meditate, or I don't know how, or I'm too busy, my mind is too busy. That is very normal. And in fact, that's even more the reason to drop in. Because as we go inside, we stir things up. And it's good to stir things up, by the way. It clears pathways to connect with our deeper self, that genius, the potential, the gifts that lie inside. So today we're going to go on a treasure hunt. And so we're going to begin by allowing ourselves to get an image in our mind of a map. Now this map could be a brand new map, or it could be a very old sacred map. You have a look at the paper, maybe it's even a virtual map. And you feel it, you look at it. Maybe there's some writing in it. Maybe it was done by a felt tip pen, or maybe it's an older rendition. What does the map look like? And as you have a look at this map, where are you right now on this map? You begin to breathe, breathing this map into your heart, into your mind. And there's something that calls you. You're starting to feel that awareness of being called by this map. And on our journey in the treasure hunt, we often need a crew. We need some people with us. So you can bring with you some great beings. You can bring anyone you'd like. Maybe you need to also bring some supplies, some tools to be able to take on the adventure. So just take a look around and look at who you've recruited for your team to help you discover and find this treasure. What kind of tools are in your backpack? And you're going to begin on this journey. So I want you to imagine opening up the doorway to the great outside, the great world. And as you step through the threshold, through the doorway, You begin to take step by step. Now, maybe you are walking on this map. Maybe it requires a different vehicle. It can be any vehicle you'd like. It could be a horse. It could be a car, maybe even a rocket ship. It might be a boat. What is the vehicle that you are going to need to take this journey? And you allow yourself to enter into this vehicle. And as you breathe, this is like your fuel that's carrying you forward. And you have this map in your pocket, close to you. What is the fuel that you need for this journey? What sustenance do you need to bring? Is it water, food? Maybe there's some music. Maybe there's some delightful things, your lucky charms. What are your fuel that you take with you that allows you to stay the course? And just letting yourself gather that fuel up, that you have this wonderful team that helps you carry it. And allow yourself to now start to journey on your map the direction that you need to go. And as you start to travel, you have your fuel with you, your tools, your team. You come into an area where there is an obstacle. What is your obstacle? It could be a monster. It could be a roadblock that allows you to take a different direction. As you're traveling on your path, what is the obstacle that gets in your way? And you have your team and your fuel. What do you need to be able to get through this obstacle? Do you need to take a new direction? Is it something that you need to challenge or change? And just notice what you do. Take a minute or two. And just noticing, how do you need to deal with this obstacle? And as you breathe into this, notice how the obstacle changes. It's gathering your team, gathering your tools, your wisdom, your creativity to solve this problem. And as you begin to solve this obstacle, it becomes part of you. It becomes a gift that you gather, a little bit of courage, a little bit of confidence. Some love, some inner peace comes from this. And you breathe those in. And you continue on your map, your adventure, heading to the next location. And in this location, You notice a house in the woods, a little bit run down, but it looks like there's somebody that still lives there. And you're getting tired and maybe even a little hungry. So you and your crew feel like it's a good idea to maybe just stop at this place. You knock on the door, and the person behind the door opens the door, and they are really happy to see you. They haven't seen anyone for so long. So they invite you in. They offer you something good to drink, maybe a little bite to eat. And you pull up a chair, and there's something inside of you that just tells you that this being is wise and knows a little bit about what your next step is. And that wise being says, I've been waiting for you. I'm so glad you're here. And I have something for you, for your journey that you will need. And they open up a cupboard, and they reach inside, and they come over and they open up their hands and give you something. And you look at it and study it. And this wise being says, you may not know what this is, but it is a gift that I've been holding for you for a long time. And I'm glad you're here because I finally can give it to you. And you finish up the conversation and your drink and your snack. And this wise being sends you on your way. And off on the path again, you go with your crew and your tools and your new gift. And now you come to a place where there's a big cave. Something very much is drawing you inside this cave. And you feel the emotions that come up around that. Are you afraid? Are you curious? Are you happy? What are the emotions, the thoughts? But you know you're drawn to go inside, and you know that on your map, there's something in there for you. This is where the treasure is. And so you go inside and you ask your crew, some of them stay outside guarding the entrance so that you're safe. And you go inside and you start to look around. What do you see? What is there? And as you look at your map, what do you notice? What does it tell you to do? And you begin to seek for that treasure, using the tools you've brought and the gift that was given. And you may dig and look, and eventually you find this treasure. And maybe it's not at all what you thought it would be. And you look at it and you study it. Is it big or is it small? What is there for you? What is the treasure? And you collect all of that treasure, and you're bringing it with you now, taking it with you, putting it into your heart, your awareness. How do you feel about this treasure? How do you feel about sharing it with the crew? What do you notice? And then you and your crew and all your tools, you start to gather those things up. And you start to make your journey back onto the path, back onto the woods, past the cabin. Remembering the gift that this wise being has given you. Traveling back in the vehicle, whichever way you went. Bringing yourself all the way back. Back to where we are now. And you open the doorway. And you cross back through the threshold. Coming back into your room. To where you're seated. And just being here. Just noticing all that you notice. The who came with you, what you brought with you, the vehicle that you chose, the obstacle that you encountered, the being you met in the woods that gave you the gift that you were given, the cave, and where the buried treasure laid. All of these things have wisdom and essence to give you. And I invite you, after this meditation, maybe a little later on today or this week, just to journal about those things. These are all gifts, attributes that you learn that help you find that treasure within you. There's no right or wrong or good or bad. They all serve something beautiful. So now just taking a moment to notice your breathing. Notice your body, the thoughts, the quality in your mind. And how connected you are to what matters, to what's important. And then slowly, slowly bringing yourself back to this place. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and taking a nice long drink of breath, slowly, slowly awaken. And slowly, when you're ready, come back to this place and this time.